Alright, Nationals fans, you guys just picked up a flyer on Dominic Smith for $2 million plus an extra $2 million to get to $4 million with incentives. Now, do I think Dominic Smith makes you guys a playoff team? No, but this is what I want to talk about today. I think the Nationals have a very underrated roster. When you guys ended up trading Juan Soto, you got a lot of little pieces back in a trade package. It was a huge overhaul, and one of the best players from that trade package was CJ Abrams. CJ Abrams is a dude that doesn't have a lot of playing time in the MLB. He's only 22 years old and has had probably a few or a month or two of playing time, but in that playing time, this dude was doing defensive highlights like crazy. I think there was a point where the Nationals announcers were shocked and they didn't even know that he was doing something because they haven't had that output at shortstop for the longest time. In that trade package with Juan Soto, you also got Mackenzie Gore back, which is your 5th starting pitcher. Before we get into the crazy parts about Dominic Smith's contract, please leave a like and subscribe if you guys want to be kept up with more MLB news and me just talking about the MLB. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into it. But today I want to talk about position players because, like I said, you guys just signed Dominic Smith. Dominic Smith last year only played 58 games. He had a batting average of 194, a 276 OBP, a 284 slug, and a 560 OPS. It's not looking too hot for Dom, which got MVP votes in 2020. Yes, 2020 was a shortened season, and people could call it the COVID season or whatever because it was, but that doesn't discredit him as a baseball player. Now, in 2021, he had a lot of run, 493 plate appearances in 145 games, a 244 batting average, a 304 OBP, a 363 slug, and an OPS of 667. So he is coming off a down year on top of being probably around league average in 2021. Does this flyer end up making the Nats a better team? I think it fills a place in that first base position that was left during the trade. Of course, you guys ended up getting Luke Voit in the trade, but he got DFA'd, so now you have to fill that first base spot again. So having someone like Dom Smith, I think it's okay. Like it's a chance for him to kind of redeem himself for the last couple of years with the Mets, and I think a low market team will help him in his value search to get to a better team. Who knows? Maybe Dom Smith will be a high paid person next year, or next year he'll just be another person that gets paid a couple mil. At the end of the day, I think Dom Smith definitely fills that position in first base, and I don't think this Nats team kind of wants to go for a really good winning record. I think you guys are literally in a mid-over rebuild. You just got rid of Juan Soto. You know, the owners are planning on selling the team at a certain point to a different owner. So you guys are just trying to rebrand, refocus. And talking about rebranding and refocusing, I think the most exciting person on this Nats team that is not Dom Smith or CJ Abrams is going to be Joey Meneses. Joey Meneses, there's a great video by Jolly Olive where he talks about how long his journey was in the minor leagues. Joey Meneses is a 31-year-old rookie. Joey Meneses came into the league last year at the age of 30 for a couple of months, but going into 2023, he will be a 31-year-old rookie. His service time is very, very low, but because of his age, he has played in AAA for a long time. He's not afraid of the big leagues, and I think if you guys give this guy a year and let him just play out the whole season and let him play, I'm sure he will upset a lot of people in a sense where no one's going to expect how good he is. Joey Meneses last year with the Nats played 56 games. His batting average was 324, OBP of 367, a slug of 563, and an OPS of 930. His OPS plus was 165, so on average he was 65% better than your average MLB player. I think this guy will be the new kind of figure for the Nats to build around, or maybe even CJ Abrams, which is the one I think they're actually going to build around, but I think Joey Meneses is the guy you want out front right now that could be a replacement for Juan Soto. Now, I want to stress this right now. I'm not saying Joey Meneses is on the level of Juan Soto. I'm just saying as a figure for Nats fans to look for and to think about when it comes to their team, Joey Meneses is that guy. He's a guy that is going to have a very interesting story going to 2023. And according to Baseball Reference, his projections for next year is a 284 batting average, an OBP of 336, a slug of 476, an OPS of 816, and on top of that, he is going to be mashing apparently. I think having Joey Meneses on this team is important, and I think it makes the Nats a better team overall. Like I said, this team is kind of young. You guys have a lot of young guys. You got Luis Garcia, you have CJ Abrams, you have Ruiz as your catcher, you have Victor as your center fielder. With that, everyone else is probably around the age of 28 or 30. You guys have a really young core in that team, and I think it's going to be really fun to watch you guys in 2023. So that being said, thank you guys for watching. My name's Joey, aka ImHitch. Have a good one.